Hi everyone, it's Heather Kennedy. I thought that I would share some information with you about the difference in how real estate is conducted in the 416, that being Toronto proper, and the 905, which is the perimeter of the GTA. As many of you may know, I began the first 5 years of my career in Toronto, and then my family and I decided to move to Aurora, just north of the city, many years ago, and I joined the Key Advantage team and started shifting my business up this way. So I like to think I'm a bit of a hybrid model and familiar with both. Although they are geographically quite close, there's big differences in how real estate is done. And since many buyers are coming from Toronto to the 905, I think it's good to be aware of those differences. So one thing would be the pre-list home inspection report. So in Toronto, that is the norm, especially if a property is having an offer date. During the pandemic, I helped buyers looking in Halton, Oakville, Burlington area, as well as Durham, Ajax, and Pickering. And for the most part, I found it to be true there, as well as in Aurora, Newmarket, and York region, that typically a pre-list home inspection report is not provided. And so how do you navigate this? One option is doing a pre-offer partial home inspection where they look at the big five: the roof, the foundation, the HVAC, the electrical, the plumbing, which tend to be the most expensive to fix and potentially deal breakers. And it's a little less expensive than doing a full home inspection. Another interesting thing is the way that deposits are handled. In Toronto, on an offer night especially, you need to have a bank draft in hand and you will lose even if your price is higher if you do not have one. In Aurora and Newmarket, for the most part, it's okay to deliver it the next day. So upon acceptance within 24 hours, which is kind of nice. The most important thing, though, I would say for buyers to be aware of is that way that properties are valued is very different. In Toronto, parking is a huge factor. Do you have parking at all? Is it actually usable? If you have a private driveway, like, wow, you know what I mean? Whereas in Aurora and Newmarket, almost every property does have a driveway. So that's sort of a moot point. However, square footage is a more significant factor. So if you're looking at two homes, all things being equal, 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, but one is 2,800 square feet above grade and the other is 4,000 square feet above grade, that's going to make a significant difference in the value of the property. Whereas in Toronto, yes, of course, if a home is bigger, it will be valued for more, but it's not as much of a factor. They don't talk about square footage there. In Aurora and Newmarket, does the property have a pool? That's going to increase its value. Is it on the side of the street that doesn't have a sidewalk? People like that. Little things like that. It's good to work with a realtor who is familiar with your area. If you have any questions about the market, feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to speak by phone or grab a coffee. Have a good day.